households.
Both alike in dignity.
In fair Verona, where we lay our scene.
From ancient grudge break to new mutiny.
Where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
From forth the fatal loins of these two foes.
A pair of star-crossed lovers take their life.
Whose misadventured piteous overthrows
doth with their death bury their parents' strife.
The fearful passage of their death-marked love.
And the continuance of their parents' rage.
Which, but for their children's end, naught could remove.
Is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage.
The which if you with patient ears attend.
What here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Petra, on my word, will not carry coals.
No, for then we should be colliers.
I mean, and we being collar will draw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out of collar.
I strike quickly being
But
moved.
thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
A dog of that house shall move me to stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid of Montague's.
That shows thee a weak slave, for thou weakest goes to the wall.
'Tis true. Therefore women, being the weaker vessels, are ever thrust to the wall. Therefore, I will push Montague's men from the wall and thrust his maids to the wall.
And the quarrel is between our masters and us.
'Tis all one. I will show myself a tyrant. When I have fought with the men, I will be civil with the maids. I will cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids.
Aye, the heads of the maids.
Or their maiden heads. Take it in what sense thou wilt.
They shall take it in sense that feel it.
Me they shall feel while I am able to stand. And 'tis known I am a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well thou art not fish. If thou hadst been poor John. Draw thy tool. Here comes two of the house of Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I will back thee.
How? Turn thy back and run.
Fear me not.
No, marry, I fear thee.
Let us take the law of our sides. Let them be.
I shall frown at them as I pass by and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare. I will bite my thumb at them, which is disgrace to them if they bear it.
You bite your thumb at us, sir.
I do bite my thumb, sir.
But do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say aye?
No.
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
But if you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie!
Draw, if you be men. Petra, remember thy washing blow.
Particles, put up your swords, you know not what you do.
What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio. Look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword or manage it to part these men with me.
What? Drawn and talk of peace. I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues and thee. Have at thee, coward!
I cried, why will you for a sword?
My sword, I say! Oh, what the flourishes his blade in spite of me.
Thou villain Capulet! Enemies to peace! Profaners at the stain of stain and steel! Will they not hear? Oh, you men, you beasts! That quench the fire of your pernicious veins, with purple fountains issuing from your veins, on pain of torture from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moving prince. 3 civil brawls bred of an airy word by thee, old Capulet, and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made Verona's ancient citizens cast by their grave beseeming ornaments, to wield old partisans in hands as old, cankered with peace, to part your cankered hate. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon to know our farther pleasure in this case, to old Freetown, our common judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who set this ancient quarrel new abroach? Speak, dear niece, were you by when it began?
Here were the servants of your adversary and yours, close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them. In the instant came the fiery Tybalt with his sword prepared, which, as he breathed defiance to my ears, he swung about his head and cut the winds, who nothing hurt withal his timid scorn.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
Uncle, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad, where underneath the grove of sycamore that westward rooteth from the city's sides, so early walking did I see your son. Toward him I made, but he was ware of me and stole into the covert of the wood. I, measuring his affections by my own, which then most sought where most might not be found, well, being one too many by my weary self, pursued my humor, not pursuing his, and gladly shunned who gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning's dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But all so soon as the all-cheering sun should in the farthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed, away from light steals home my heavy son, and private in his chamber pens himself, shuts up his windows, locks fair daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and portentous must this humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of him.
Well, have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends, but he, his own affection's counselor, is to himself. I will not say how true, but to himself so secret and so close, so far from sounding and discovery, as is the bud bit by an envious worm ere he could spread his sweet leaves to the air, or dedicate his beauty to the sun. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willingly give cure as no.
We'll see when he comes. So please you step aside. I'll know his grievance or be much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy stay to hear true shrift.
Well, good morrow, cuz.
Is the day so young?
Good news struck 9.
I me said hours seem long. Was that my father that one had so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in his view should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still should without eyes see pathways to his will. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cuz I'd rather weep.
Good heart at what?
At thy good heart's oppression?
Why, such is love's transgression. Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate to have it pressed with more of thine. This love that thou hast shown doth add more grief to too much of mine own. Love is a smoke made with the fume of sighs. Being purged, a fire sparkling in lover's eyes. Being vexed, a sea nourished with lover's tears. What is it else? A madness most discreet, a choking gall, and a preserving sweet. Farewell, my cousin.
Soft, I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
I've lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He is some otherwhere.
Tell me in sadness who is that you love?
Shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan, I know, but sadly, just tell me who.
A sick man in sadness makes his will. A word ill urged to one that is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aim so near when I suppose you loved.
Right good markman. And she's fair, I love.
Well, a right fair mark, fair cuz is soonest
And
hit.
in that hit you missed, she'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Dian's wit, and in strong proof of chastity, well armed from love's weak childish foe, she lives uncharmed. She will not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor overlap the saints seducing gold. Oh, she is rich in beauty, only poor that when she dies with beauty dies her soul.
So she has sworn she will still live chaste?
She has. And in that swearing makes huge waste, for beauty starved of her severity cuts beauty off from all posterity. She is too fair, too wise, wisely too fair, to merit bliss by making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead, though live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me, forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty to thy eyes, examine other beauties.
But the way to call her is exquisite, and question more. He that is struck in the blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Show me a mistress that is passing fair. What doth her beauty serve, but as a note, where I may read, who passed that passing fair? Farewell, but canst not teach me to forget.
I will pay that doctrine or else die in debt.
But Montague is bound as well as I, and penalty alike. And 'tis not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying o'er what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
And too soon marred, although so early made. She is the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part, and she agreed. Within her scope of choice lies my consent, and fair according voice. This night I hold an old-accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love, and you among the store, one more, most welcome, makes my number more. At my poor house look to behold this night earth-treading stars that make dark heaven light. Such comfort as do lusty young men feel when well-apparelled April on the heel of limping winter treads, even such delight among fresh female buds shall you this night inherit at my house. Here all see, and like our monstrous merit most shall be, which on more view of many, mine being one, may stand in number, though in reckoning none. Come, go with me. Go, sirrah, trudge about through fair Verona, find those persons out whose names are written there, and to them say, my house, and welcome on their pleasure stay.
Find them out whose names are written here. Now, it is written that the shoemaker should meddle with his yard, and the tailor with his last, the fisher with his pencil, and the painter with his nets. But I am sent to find those persons whose names are here writ, and can never find what names the writing person hath here writ. I must to the learned. Oh, in good time.
Tut, man, one fire burns out another's burning, one pain is lessened by another's anguish. Turn giddy and be helped by a backward turning. One desperate grief cures another's languish. Take thou some new infection to thy eye, and the rank poison of the old will die.
Well, your plantain leaf is excellent for that.
For what, I pray thee?
For your broken shin.
I mean, art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound more than a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented, and... Good e'en, good fellow.
God, good e'en. I pray, sir, can you read?
Aye, mine own fortune and my misery.
Perhaps you have learned it without book, but I pray, sir, can you read anything you see?
Aye, if I know the letters in the language.
You say honestly, rest your merit.
Stay, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, County Anselm and his beauteous sisters, the lady widow of Vitruvio, mine uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosaline, and Livia, Signor Valentio and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio, and the lively Helena. A fair assembly, whither should they come?
Up.
Whither?
To our house.
To whose house?
My master.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet. And if you be not of the house of Montagues, I pray come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At the same ancient feast of Capulets sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go hither, and with unattainted eye compare her face to some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
When the devout religion of mine I maintain such falsehood, then turn tears to fire, and these who, often drowned, could never die, transparent heretics, be burnt for liars. One fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun ne'er saw her match since first the world begun.
Tut, you saw her fair, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye. But in that crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love against some other maid that I shall show you shining at this feast, and she shall scant show well that no seems best.
I'll go along, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in the splendor of mine own.
Nurse, where's my daughter? Call her forth to me.
Now, by my maidenhead, a 12-year-old, I bade her come. What lamb? What ladybird? God forbid, where's this girl? What Juliet?
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Thou's hear our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age into an hour.
She's not 14.
Only 14 in my teeth. She's not 14. How long is it now to last tide?
A fortnight and odd days.
Even a rod of all the days of the year, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Well, Susan is with God, she was too good for me. But as I said, on Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. That shall she. Mary, I remember it well, 'tis since the earthquake now 11 years, and she was weaned. I never shall forget it. Of all the days of the year upon that day, for I had then laid wormwood to my dug, sitting in the sun under the dove-house wall. My lord and you, with any mantua, may I do bear rain. But as I said, when it did taste the wormwood on the nipple of my dug, and felt it pitch a pretty fool to see it tetchy and fall out with a dug. Shake, quoth the dove-house. 'Twas no need I tried to bid me trudge. And since that time it is 11 years. But then she could run and waddle all about. Even the day before she broke her brow, and then my husband, God be with his soul, he was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward. When thou hast more wit, wilt thou not, Jewel? And by my holiday, the pretty wretch left pride and said, I. Oh, to see now how it just shall come about. I warned it I should live 1,000 years, I never shall forget it. Wilt thou not, Jewel? Quoth he. And pretty fool it stinted and said, I.
Enough of this. I pray thee, hold thy peace.
Yes, madam, yet I cannot choose but laugh to think that it should leave crying and say I. And yet I warned it had upon its brow a bump as big as a young cockerel stone, a perilous knock, and it cried bitterly. Yea, quoth my husband, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward when thou comest to age. Wilt thou not, Jewel? It stinted and said, I.
And stint thou chill, I pray thee, nurse, say I.
Oh, peace I have done. Oh, God mark me to his grace. Thou wast the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed. And might I live to see thee married once, I have my wish.
Married. That, Mary, is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your dispositions to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
An honor? Were I not thine only nurse, I will say thou hadst sucked wisdom from thy teat.
Well, think of marriage now.
Younger than you?
Here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now made. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
Oh, man, young lady. Lady, such a man as all the world, why, he's a man of wax.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower, in faith, a very flower.
Let's say you. Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris' face and find delight written there with beauty's pen. Examine every married lineament and see how one another lends content, and what obscured in this fair volume lies. Find written in the margent of his eyes, this precious book of love, this unbound lover to beautify him, only lacks a cover. That book in many's eyes does share the glory that in gold clasps locks in the golden story. So shall you share all that he doth possess by having him, making yourself no less.
No less, nay, bigger. Women grow by men.
Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris love?
I'll look to like if looking like he move. But no more deep will I dart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly. Madam, The guests are come, supper served up, you called, my young lady asked for, the nurse cursed in the pantry, and everything in extremity. I must hence to wait. I beseech you, follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl! Seek happy nights to happy days!
Let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure and be gone.
Give me a torch. I'm not for this ambling. Being heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Oh, not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I'm too sore and pierced with his shaft, to soar with his light feathers, and so bound I cannot bound a pitch above dull woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it should you burden love. Too great oppression for a tender thing.
It's not a tender thing. It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. You prick love for pricking, and you beat love down. Give me a case to put my visage in. A visor for a visor.
Come, knock and enter, and no sooner in, but every man to take him to his legs.
We mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
The dream is often lie.
That is sleep while they did dream things true.
Oh, that I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She's the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone and the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomi over men's noses as they lie asleep. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by the joiner squirrel or old grub, time out of mind the fairy's coachmakers. Her wagon spokes made of long spinner's legs, the covers of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider web, the collars of the moonshine's watery beams, her whip of cricket bone, the lash of film. Her wagoner, a small gray-coated gnat, not half so big as a round little worm pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. And in this state she gallops, night by night, through lovers' brains, and then, wah, they dream of love, or courtiers' knees that dream on curtsy straight, or lawyers' fingers which straight dream on fees, or ladies' lips which straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry mad with blisters plague, because their breasts with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes she gallops o'er a courtier's nose, then dreams he of smelling out a suit. And sometimes comes she with a tied pigtail, tickling a parson's nose as it lies asleep. Then dreams he of another benefice. Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's neck. Then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breeches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of hell's 5 fathom deep. And then anon, drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frighted, swears a prayer to, and sleeps again. This is the very Mab that plates the manes of horses in the night, and bakes the elf fox and foul sluttish hairs, which once one untangled much misfortune bodes. This is the hag, when maids lie on their back, which presses them, and thus the first to bear, making them women of good carriage. Oh,
Peace, peace! Talkst of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy. As thin of substance as the air, and as constant as the wind which rules even now the frozen bosom of the north, and being angered puffs away from thence, turning aside to the dew-dropping south.
This wind that you talk of, it blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I feared you early. For my mind this gives some consequence, yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful day with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life closeth in my breast with some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my suit on, lusty gentlemen.
Strike the drum.
Oh, where's Potpen that he helps not to take away? He shits the trencher, he scrapes the trencher.
When good manners shall lie all in one or two servants' hands, and they unwashed too, 'tis a foul thing.
Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies that have their toes unplayed with corns will walk about with you. Ah, my mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance? She that makes dainty, she, I'll swear, hath corns. Am I company now? Welcome, gentlemen. I have seen the day that I have worn a visor and could tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear, such as would please. 'Tis gone, 'tis gone, 'tis gone. You're welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play. A hall, give room, and footed girls. More light, you knaves, and turn the tables up, and quench the fire. The room has grown too hot.
What lady is that which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night as a rich jewel in Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, earth too dear. Also shows a snowy dove trooping with crows, as yonder lady or her fellows shows. The measure done, I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now? Forswear it sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This body's voice should be a Montague.
Fetch me my rapier! What? Dares the slave come hither? Covered in an antic face, to fleer and scorn at our solemnity. Now by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
How now, kinsman, wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe.
A villain, who is hither come in spite, to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
That is he, that villain, Romeo.
Content thee, gentle cousin, let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman, and to say truth, for rumor brags of him, to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not for the wealth of all this town here in my house to him disparage, but therefore be patient, take no note of him. But 'tis my will, the which if thou respect, show a fair presence, and put up these frowns, and ill seeming semblance for a fee.
It fits when such a villain is a guest. I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. What? Good man, boy, I say he shall. Go to. Am I the master here, or you go to? You'll not endure. God shall win my soul. You'll make a mutiny among my guests. You will set Coco. You'll be the man.
Why, uncle, it is a shame.
Go to your saucy boys. And so indeed, this just by chance to scathe you. I know what you must contrary me, marry 'tis time. Said my heart, precog, still be quiet, or more light, more light. For shame, I'll make you quiet. What? Surely, my heart.
Patience perforce with willful choler meeting makes my flesh tremble in their different greeting. I will withdraw, but this intrusion shall, now seeming sweet, convert to bitterness gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this: my lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. The saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch. Palm to palm, his holy palm is kiss.
Have not saints lips? And holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Well then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grant thou lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, but grant for prayer's sake.
And move not, till my prayer's effect I take. From my lips, by thine, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have touched.
Sin from my lips, O trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
Kiss by the book.
Madam, your lady mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Very natural. Her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady, and a wise and a virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talk withal. I tell you, he that lay hold of her shall have the chinks.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear God, my life is my foe's dead.
Away beyond the sport is at its best.
So I fear the more is my unrest.
Nay, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. We have a trifling foolish banquet towards. Is it even so? Well, then I thank you all. I thank you, honest gentlemen. Good night. More torches here. Come on, then. let's to bed. Ah, Sarah, by my faith, it waxes late. I'll to my rest.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman?
The son and heir of old Tiberia.
What's he that now is going out of door?
Marry, that I think be young Petruchio.
What's he that follows here that would not dance?
I know not.
Oh, ask his name. He be married, and the grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate, too early seen unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me, that I must love a loathed enemy.
What's this? What's this?
Rhyme I learned even now when I danced at all.
Juliet! Anon! Come, what's away? The strangers all are gone.
Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back, dull earth, and find thy center out.
Romeo! My cousin Romeo! Romeo!
He is wise, and on my life has stolen him home to bed.
He ran this way and leapt this orchard wall. Call good Mercutio.
Nay, I'll conjure too. Romeo, humors, madman, passion, lover, appear thou in the likeness of a sigh. Speak but one rhyme, and I am satisfied. Cry but I, me, pronounce but love and dove. He heareth not, he stirreth not, he moveth not. The ape is dead, and I must conjure him. I conjure thee by Rosalind's bright eyes, by her high forehead, scarlet lip, by her fine foot, straight leg, quivering thighs, and the domains that there adjacent lie, that in thy likeness thou appear to us.
And if he hear thee, thou will anger him.
This cannot anger him. 'Twould anger him to raise his spirit in his mistress's circle of some strange nature, letting it there stand till she had laid it and conjured it down. That were some spite. My invocation is fair and honest. In his mistress's name, I conjure only but to raise up him.
Come, he hath hid himself among these trees to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind is his love, and best befits the dark.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Romeo, good night. I'll to my truckle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him here that means not to be found.
He just has scars that never felt a wound.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven having some business to entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. Oh, see how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel. For thou art as glorious this night, being o'er my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven, unto the wide upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father, refuse thy name. For if thou wilt not, he but sworn my love, and own no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? Is nor hand, nor face, nor arm, nor foot, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, may any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo cold, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo doth thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all thyself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus restrained a knight, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo? And a Montague?
Neither for me, if either of thee is like.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard the climb, and the place of death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings that I perch these walls, for snowy limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundst thou out this place?
By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet without as far as that vast shore, washed with the farthest sea, I should adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush but paint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I spoke, but farewell compliment, dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thee at thy word, yet if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. At lovers' perjuries they say Jove laughs. Gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully, or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo, that dost not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think my behaviour light. But trust me, gentlemen, all prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. Should it be more strange, I must confess that thou overheardst errors where my true love's passion. Therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night has so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Well, do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
With my heart's dear love.
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which does cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night. A sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? And for what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again. And yet I wish for but the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Now, good nurse, sweet Montague, be true, and stay but a little. I will come again.
Oh, blessed night! I am afeard. Being night, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and a night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honourable, thy purpose marriage, send thee word tomorrow by one that all procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam.
I come anon, but if thou meanst not well, I do beseech thee, by and by I come to cease thy strife, and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes toward love as schoolboys from their books. But love from love, towards school with heavy looks.
Romeo! Psst! Oh, for falconer's voice to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse and may not speak aloud. Else would I tear the cave where echo lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine with repetition of my Romeo!
It is my soul that calls upon thy name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, and softest music to attending ear.
Romeo,
My Nias,
what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
by the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Then let me stand till thou remember.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I still stand to have thee still forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird, that lets a hop a little from his hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, that with a silken thread plucks it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty.
I would I were that bird.
Sweet, so would I. Yet I would kill you with much cherishing. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were sleeping, peace so sweet to rest. The gray-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light, and darkness, fleckled like a drunkard reels from forth day's pathway made by Titan's wheels. Hence will I to my ghostly sire's close cell, his help to crave, and my dear hap to tell.
Now, ere the sun advances burning eye, the day to cheer and night's dank dew to dry, I must have filled this austere cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers. The earth that's nature's mother is her tomb. What is her burying grave? That is her womb. And from her womb, children of diverse kind, we sucking on her natural bosom find. Many for many, virtues excellent, none but for some, and yet all different. All mickle is the powerful grace that lies in plants, herbs, stones, and their true qualities. For not so vile that on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth give.
Good morrow, Father.
Benedicity! What early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son, it argues a distempered head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Care keeps his watch in every old man's eye, and where care lodges sleep will never lie, but where unbruised youth with unstuffed brain doth couch his limb, there golden sleep doth reign. Therefore, thy earliness doth me assure thou art uproused with some distemperature, or if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin. Wast thou with Rosaline?
Rosaline? My ghostly father, no, I forgot that name, and that name's woe.
That's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee ere thou asking me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me, that's by me wounded. Both are remedies within thy help and holy physic lies. I bear no hatred, blessed man, for lo, my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know, my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich capital. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combined say what thou must combine by holy marriage. When and where and how we met, we wooed and made exchange of vow, I'll tell thee as we pass. But this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here. Is Rosaline, that thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies, not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Jesu Marie, what a deal of brine has washed thy sallow cheek for Rosaline. How much salt water thrown away in waste to seas in love that of it doth not taste? The sun not yet thy sighs from heaven clears, thy own groans yet ring in mine ancient ears. Lo, here upon the cheek the stain doth sit of an old tear that's not washed off yet. If e'er thou wast thyself, and these woes thine, thou and these woes were all for Rosaline. And art thou changed? Pronounce this sentence then. Women may fall when there's no strength in men.
Thou chidest me oft for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
And bades me bury love.
Not in a grave to bury one and another one out to have.
Pray thee chide me not, or her I love not, doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
No, she knew well that I'd been read by rote that could not spell. But come, young waverer, come, go with me. In one respect I'll thy assistant be, for this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Oh, wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast. Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's, I spoke with his man.
Oh, by that same pale, hard-hearted wench. That Rosaline torments him so, he'll sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman to old Capulet, hath sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer
Any
it.
man that can write me answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master, how he dares being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo, he's already dead! Stabbed with a white wench's black eye, run through the ear with a love song, the very pit of his heart cleft with a blind bow-boy's butt shaft. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why, what is Tybalt?
Oh, more than Prince of Cats. He is the courageous captain of compliments. He fights as you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion. He rests as minim rests. 1, 2, and the third in your bosom, the very butcher of a silk button. A duelist, a gentleman of the very first house, of the first and second cause. The immortal passado, the punto reverso, the hey!
Well, here comes Romeo.
Oh, well, that is roll like a dried herring. Flesh, thou art fishified. Signor Romeo, bonjour. There's a French salutation to your French slap. You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio. My business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much to say such a case as yours constrains a man to bow in the ham.
Meaning to courtesy.
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
Most courteous exposition.
And the very pink of courtesy.
Pink for flower.
Right.
Why, then it is my pump of flower.
Oh, sure, wait, follow me this jest now. Till thou hast worn out thy pump, till the single soul of it be worn, the jest may remain after the wearing solely singular.
Single soul jest, solely singular for the singleness.
Oh, come between us, good Benvolio, my wit's face.
With his spurs, or I'll cry a match.
Now, is not this better than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable, now art thou Romeo, now art thou what thou art, by art as well as by nature. For this driveling love is like some great natural that runs lolling up and down behind the bubble and all.
Stop there.
Thou desirest me to stop at my tail against the hair?
Would have made thy tail large.
No, thou art deceived. I would have made it short, for I'd come to the whole depth of my tail and meant to occupy the argument no longer.
Perfectly clear.
Petra, anon. My fan, Petra.
Good Petra to hide her face, for the fan's the fairer face.
Call me good morrow, gentlemen.
Body good e'en, fair gentlewoman.
Is it good evening?
Marry, 'tis no less, for the body hand of the dial is now upon the brink of noon.
Out upon you, doesn't matter you.
One gentlewoman that God hath made himself to mark.
But I troth it is well said for himself to mark, quoth the gentleman. Can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I can tell you, though young Romeo will be older when you have found him than he was when you sought him. I am the youngest of that name, for fault of a worse.
You say well.
Yea, is the worst well? Very well took a faith. Wisely.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She will indict him to some supper.
A bod, Soho! An old hair whore and an old hair whore is very good meat in Lent. But a hand that is whores too much for his whore. What it whores are it be spent. Romeo, will you to your father's with a dinner thither?
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady, a farewell. Lady.
I pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of his roguery?
A gentleman nurse that loves to hear himself talk, and will speak more in a minute than he'll stand to in a month.
Say anything against me, and I'll take him down, and we're less dear than he is, and 20 such jacks. And if I cannot, I'll find those. Shall. Scurvy knave. I am none of his flirt gills, I am none of his skeins mates. And thou wouldst stand by too and suffer every knave to use me at his pleasure.
I saw no man use you at his pleasure. If I had, my weapon should quickly have been out. I warrant you I dare draw as soon as another. If I see occasion, in a good quarrel, and the law on my side.
Now, afore God, I am so vexed that every part about me quivers. Scurvy knave. Pray you, sir, a word. And as I told you, my young lady bid me inquire you out. What she bid me say, I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell ye, if ye should lead her in a fool's paradise, as they say, Truly, it were a very gross kind of behavior, as they say, for the gentlewoman is young, and therefore, if you should deal double with her, truly it were an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress. I protest unto thee.
Good-hearted faithful will tell her as much. Lord, Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
What wilt thou tell her, nurse, that does not mark me?
I will tell her, sir, that you do protest, which, as I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her devise some means to come to shrift this afternoon, and there she shall, at Friar Lawrence's cell, be shrived and married. There is for thy pains.
No, truly, sir, not a penny.
Go to, I say you shall.
This afternoon, sir, well, she shall be there.
Stay you, nurse, behind the abbey wall. Within this hour my man shall be with thee, and bring thee cords made like a tackle to stair, which to the high top gallant of my joy must be my convoy in the secret night. Farewell, be trusty, and I'll quit thy pains. Farewell, commend me to thy mistress.
Oh, God in heaven bless thee. Hark you, sir.
What sayest thou, my good nurse?
Is your man secret? Did you ne'er hear say two may keep counsel putting one away?
I warrant thee, my man's as true as steel.
Well, sir, my mistress is the sweetest lady. Lord, Lord, one was a little prating thing. Oh, there is a nobleman in town, one Paris, that would fain lay knife aboard, but she, good soul, had as lief see a toad, a very toad to see him. I anger her sometimes and tell her that Paris is the properer man, but when I do so, I warrant you she looks as pale as any cloud in the versal world. Doth not Rosemary and Romeo begin both with a letter?
Oh, I nurse, but what of that? Both with an R.
Ah, mocker, that is the dog's name. R is for the... No, I know it begins with some other letter, and she hath the prettiest sententious, but of you and Rosemary, that would do you good to hear it.
Commend me to thy lady.
Ay, 1,000 times. Petra, come on, before, and a pace!
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That's not so. Oh, she is lame. Love's herald should be thoughts, which 10 times faster glides than the sun's beams, driving back shadows over lowering hills. Therefore do nimble pinion doves draw love, and therefore hath the wind swift Cupid wings. Now is the sun on the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 to 12 is 3 long hours, yet she has not come. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, she'd be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would then be her to my sweet love, and his to me. But old folks many fain as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, pale as lead. Oh God, she comes! Oh, honey, nurse, what news? I still met with him. Simply made away.
Petra, stay at the gate.
Oh, now, good, sweet nurse. Oh Lord, why lookest thou sad? Though news be sad, yet tell them merrily. If good, thou shakest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I am a-weary. Give me leave a while. Fie on my bones' sake. What a chance have I?
When thou hast my bones, and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee, speak. Good, nurse, speak.
Jesus, what haste. Can you not stay a while? Do you not see I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath, when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? The excuse that thou dost make in this delay is longer than the tale thou dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either, and I'll stay the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. It's good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo, no, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, though his leg excels all men's, and for a hand and a foot and a body, though they be not to be talked on, yet they are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all this I did know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Oh, Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I. It means as if it were fallen 20 pieces. Oh, my back. Oh, on the other side, my back. Oh, be sure your heart was sending me about to catch my death with jouncing up and down.
In faith, I'm sorry thou art not well. Sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I want a virtuous. Where's your mother?
Where is my mother? Where she is within, where should she be? How oddly that replies. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Thus, lady dear, are you so hot? Marry, come up, I trouble. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
You're such a quail. Come! What says Romeo?
Have you leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence' cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Now comes the scarlet blood up in your cheeks. They'll be in scarlet straight at any news. Hie you to church. I must another way to fetch a ladder by the which your love must climb a bird's nest soon when it is dark. I am a drudge and toil in your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Go, out to dinner, hie you to the cell.
High to high fortune, honest nurse, farewell!
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen, amen. But come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, then love devouring death do what he dare. It is enough I may but call her mine.
Oh, these violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in his own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrives, as tardy as too slow. Here comes the lady. Oh, so light a foot will ne'er wear out the everlasting flint. A lover may bestride the gossamers that idles in the wanton summer air, and yet not fall. So light is vanity.
Good even, my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
As much to him else is thanks too much.
Juliet, if the measure of thy joy be heaped like mine, and that thy skill be more to blazon it, then sweeten with thy breath this neighbor air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter.
Conceit more rich in matter than in words, brags of his substance, not of ornament. They are but beggars that can count their worth. But my true love has grown to such excess, I cannot sum up some of half my wealth.
Come with me, and we will make short work, for by your leaves you shall not stay alone. Tell Holy Church incorporate 2 in 1.
Pray the good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, capitals are abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl, for now these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
That was like one of these fellows that when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me a sword upon the table, says, God send me no need of thee, and by the operation of the second cup, draws him on the drawer, when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Oh, come, thou art as hot a jack on thy mood as any in Italy. As soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
And what two?
Nay, and there were 2 such, we should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou wouldst quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason but because thou hast hazel eyes. What eye but such an eye would spy out such a quarrel? Thy head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head has been beaten as addle as an egg for quarreling. Thou hast quarreled with a man for coughing in the street, because he hath wakened thy dog which hath lain asleep in the sun. Does thou not fall out with the tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter, and another for tying his new shoes with old ribbon, and thou wilt tutor me from quarreling?
Oh, and I were so apt to quarrel as thou art, any man should buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
Oh, be simple.
By my head, you're called the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Follow me close, for I'll speak with them. Gentlemen, goody, a word with one of you.
And but one word with one of us, couple it with something, make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and will give me an occasion.
Canst thou take no occasion without giving?
Crucio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort? Wouldst thou make minstrels of us? And thou make us minstrels. Here's my fiddlestick, here's that shall make you dance. Sounds, consort.
We talk in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw to some private place, or reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I will budge for no man's pleasure, I.
Peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
But I'll be hanged if you wear your livery. Mary, go before the field. He'll be your follower, your worship. In that sense, may call him man.
Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none, Therefore, farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, for thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission! Aristocrata carries it away.
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of thy 9 lives, that I mean to make bold withal. And as you use me hereafter, drive eat the rest of the 8. Come, sir, will you pluck your sword out of his pilcher by the ears? Make haste, lest mine be about your ears, or it be out.
I am for you. Gentle Mercutio, put thy rapier up.
Come, sir, your passado.
Draw them, Romeo, beat down the weapons. Gentlemen, for shame, forbear this outrage. Tybalt, Mercutio, the prince expressly has forbade his standing in for streets. Hold Tybalt! Mercutio!
Wait!
I'm hurt. A plague on both your houses. I'm sped. Is he gone and had nothing?
What, art thou hurt?
I scratch, Mary. 'Tis enough.
Courage, man, I cannot be mocked.
No, not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door, but 'tis enough, 'twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. I am peppered, I warrant, for this world. A plague on both your houses. Sounds! Why should a dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat to scratch a man to death? A braggart, a rogue, a villain that fights by the book of arithmetic. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
Keep on hold for the bench.
Oh, help me into some house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. A plague on both your houses. They've made worms meat of me. I have it, and soundly do. Your houses.
His gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got this mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt the Naur hath been my cousin. Oh, dear Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened thou in steel.
Romeo, brave Mercutio is dead. That gallant soul hath aspired the clouds which too untimely here did scorn the earth.
This day is black, fate on more days doth depend. This but begins, though all others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Again, in triumph for Mercutio slain. Way to have the respective lenity and the fire-eyed fearing in my conduct now. Now, Tybalt, take back the villain that late thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little ways above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou, or I, or both must go with him.
Thou wretched boy, who didst consort him here, shalt with him hence.
This shall determine that.
Romeo, begone! Away! The citizens are up and Tybalt is slain. Stand not amazed, the prince will doom thee death if thou art taken. Hence, begone away!
Oh, I am fortune's fool!
Why dost thou stay?
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Oh, Prince, I can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies the man, slain by young Romeo, that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Oh, Tybalt! My cousin! Oh, my brother's child! Oh, Prince! Oh, husband! Oh, the blood is spilled of my dear kinsman! Oh, Prince! As thou art true for blood of our shed blood of Montague. Oh, cousin! Oh, cousin!
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair, bid him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urged with all your high displeasure. All this uttered with gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed, could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt, deaf to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast. who all is hot, turns deadly point to point, and with one hand beats cold death aside, and with the other sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity retorts it. Romeo, he cries aloud, hold friends, friends part, and swifter than his tongue, his agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes, underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back again to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenged, and to it they go like lightning, for ere I could draw to part them was stout Tybalt slain, and as he fell did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
Oh no, she's a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes her false. She speaks not true. Some 20 of them fought this black strife, and all those 20 could but kill one life. I beg for justice, which our prince must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence. I have an interest in your hate's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawls doth lie a-bleeding. But all of mercy was so strong a 5 that you shall all repent the loss of mine. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses. Nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses. Therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he is found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body, and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such a wagon as Phaeton would whip you to the west and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy close curtain, love, before me, night, that runaways rise thy wing, and Romeo leap to these arms untalked of and unseen. Lovers concede to do their amorous rites by their own beauties. Or if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come, civil night, thou sober-suited matron, all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match, played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods. Hood my unmanned blood bathing in my cheeks with thy black mantle, till strange love grow bold, think true love acted, simple modesty. Oh, come night, come Romeo, come thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow upon a raven's back. Come, gentle night, come, loving, black-browed night, give me my Romeo. When I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night, and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, I have bought the mansion of a love, but not possessed it, and though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day. This is the night before some festival to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Well, here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. Now, nurse, what news? What hast thou there? The courts that Romeo bid thee fetch.
Aye, the courts.
I mean, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Oh, we're a day, he's dead, he's dead. We are undone, we are undone. Oh, what a day, he's gone, he's killed, he's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo, whoever would have thought it? Romeo.
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself? Say thou but I, and that fair fell eye, shall poison more than death-darting eye of cockatrice. I am thou eye, if there be such an eye, or if those eyes shut that make the answer I. If he be slain, say I, or if not, no. Brief sounds determine of my weal or woe.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes, God save the mark. Here on his manly breast, a piteous corpse, a bloody, piteous corpse. Pale as ashes, all bedaubed in blood, all in gore blood. I swooned at the sight.
Oh, break my heart. Poor bankrupt, break at once to prison house. Ne'er look on liberty. Vile earth to earth resign, in motion here. Thou and Romeo press one heavy bier. Oh, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, and ever I lived to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dear lord? And dreadful trumpets and the general doom? For who is living if those two are gone? Tybalt is gone and Romeo banished. Romeo that kills him, he is banished. God, to Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood. It did, alas the day it did. Serpent heart, hid with a flowering face. Should ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, dove-feathered raven, wolvish ravening lamb, despises substance of divinest show, just opposite to what thou justly seemst. Damned insane and honorable villain! O nature, what hast thou to do in hell when thou disvour the spirit of a fiend immortal paradise of such sweet flesh? Was ever book contain such vile matter so fairly bound? Oh, that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace! There's no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all naught, all dissemblers. Griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo. Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is a shame to sit. For 'tis a throne whereon him he be crowned sole monarch of the universal earth. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him! Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin? Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Oh, my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours' wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish dears, back to your native springs. Your tributary drops belong to woe, which mistaking you offer up to joy. My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain. Tybalt's dead, that would have slain my husband. All this is comfort. Wherefore weep I then? Some word there was worser than Tybalt's death that murdered me. I would forget it fain, but oh, it presses to my memory like damned and guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. That one word banished has slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death were woe enough if it had ended there, or sour woe delightsome fellowship and needly will be right with other griefs. I have followed then when she said, Tybalt's dead, thy father or thy mother, nay, or both, which modern lamentation might have moved. But with a rearward following Tybalt's dead, Romeo is banished. To speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banished. There is no end, no limit, measured, bound in that word's death. No words can that woe sound. Where is my father and my mother nurse? Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corpse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither. Wash they his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Take up those cords. Or else you are beguiled, both you and I. For Romeo is exiled. He made you for a highway to my bed. But I am maid and widow. Come, courts, come, nurse, all to my wedding bed, and death, not Romeo, take my maidenhead. Hide in your chamber, I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I will know where he is. Hark ye, your Romeo will be here at night. I'll to him. He is hid in our cell. I'll find him. Give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth, thou fearful man. Affliction is enamored of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity.
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? What sour curse acquaintance at my hand that I yet know not?
Too familiar is my dear son with such sour company. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
Well, less than doomsday is the prince's doom.
Gentler judgment vanished from his lips, not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment! Be merciful, say death, for exile hath more terror, and its look much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished, and be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence banishment is banished from the world, and world's exile is death. Then banishment is death, and his term, calling death banishment. Thou cuts my head off with a golden axe, and smilest above the stroke that murders me.
Oh, deadly sin! Oh, rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, has brushed aside the law and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives. And every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing lives here in heaven and may look on her. But Romeo may not. More validity, more honorable state, more courtship lives in carrion flies than Romeo. They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand and steal immortal blessings from her lips, who even in pure and vestal modesty still blushes, thinking their own kisses sin. But Romeo may not. He is banishing. Flies may do this, but I from this must fly. They are free men, but I am banishing. Insist thou yet that exile is not death? Hadst thou no poison mixed, no sharp crowned knife, no sudden mean of death, though ne'er so mean, but banish it to kill me. Banish it. Fire, the damned use that word in hell. Howling attends it. How hast thou the heart, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, a sin absolver, and my friend professed to mangle me with that word banishing?
On, madman, hear me a little speak.
Oh, thou wilt speak again of banishment.
I'll give thee armor to keep off that word, adversity sweet milk philosophy, to comfort thee though thou art banished.
Yet banished? Hang up philosophy. Once philosophy can make it Juliet, displant a town, reverse a prince's doom, it helps not, it prevails not. Talk no more.
Well, then I see that madmen have no ears.
How should they when their wise men have no eyes?
Let me dispute with thee of thy escape.
Thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me, and like me banished, then mightest thou speak. Then mightest thou tear thy hair and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise, one knocks, good Romeo, hide thyself.
Not I, unless the breath of heartsick moans mist-like enfold me from the search of eyes.
Hark, Alenarch, who's there? Romeo, arise, thou wilt be taken. Stay a while, stand in front of my study. By and by, God's will, what simpleness is this? I come, who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in, and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Holy Friar, oh tell me, Holy Friar, where is my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There on the ground with his own tears made drunk.
Oh, he is even in my mistress' case, just in her case. Oh, woeful sympathy, piteous predicament. E'en so lies she, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up, stand up. Stand and you be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand. Why should you fall into so deep an hole?
Nurse.
Sir, oh, sir, that's the end of all.
Speaks thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Does not she think me an old murderer, now I have stained the childhood of our joy with blood removed but little from her own? Where is she, and how doth she, what says my concealed lady to her cancelled love?
She says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps, and now falls on her bed, and then starts up, and Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and down falls again.
Is it that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun did murder her? As that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman? Oh, tell me, friar, tell me, what vile part of this anatomy does my name lodge? Tell me that I may sack the hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand. Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are womanish. Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Unseemly woman and a seeming man and an ill-beseeming beast and seeming both. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? And will they slay thyself? And slay thy lady that in thy life lives by doing damned hate on thyself? What roused thee, man? Like Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy. The law that threatens death becomes thy friend and turns it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings light upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. And like a misbehaved and sullen wench, thou pouts upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence and comfort her. But look, thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua. Thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 1,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before nurse, commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
Oh, Lord, I could have stayed here all the night to hear good counsel. Learning this. My lord, I'll tell my lady you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to chide.
Here, sir. The ring she bid me give you, sir. How you make haste, for it grows very late.
Well, my comfort is revived by this.
Go hence. Good night. Here stands all your state, either to gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day disguised from hence. Sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he shall signify from time to time every good hap that chances to you here. Give me that hand. 'Tis late. Farewell. Good night.
But that a joy past joy calls out on me. Were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we have had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly, and so did I. Well, we were born to die. It is very late, she'll not come down tonight, I promise you, but for your company, I would have been in bed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no times to woe. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight, she's mewed up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me, nay more, I doubt it not. Go you to Juliet, and you go to bed, acquaint her here of my son Paris' love, and bid her, mark you me on Wednesday next. But what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday? Well, Wednesday is too soon. A Thursday let it be. A Thursday, tell her she shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste? We'll keep no greater do, a friend or two, for our King Tybalt being slain so late, it may be thought we held him carelessly, being our kinsman, if we revel much. Therefore, we'll have some half a dozen friends, and there it ends. But what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Well, that you got a Thursday, be it then. Come to Juliet, ere you go to bed, prepare wife against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord. Light to my chamber, ho! For me, 'tis so very late that we may call it early by and by. Good night.
Will thou be gone? It's not yet near day. It was the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Leave me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yond light is not daylight, I know it I. It is some meteor that the sun exhales, to be to thee this night a torchbearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet. Thou needst not be gone.
Let me be ta'en, let me be put to death. I'm content, so thou wilt have it so. I'll say yon grey is not the morning's eye. 'Tis but the pale reflex of Cynthia's brow. Not that is not the lark whose notes do beat the vaulty heaven so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How
lost my soul. Let's talk. It is that day.
It is. High hence be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. Oh, now be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light. More dark and dark our woes.
Madam,
Nurse?
your lady mother is coming to the chamber. The day is brought. Be wary. Look out!
Window let day in, let life out.
Farewell. One plus smell the same.
Art thou gone so? Love, Lord, I a husband, friend. I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. But by this count I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
How thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. All these bowls shall serve for sweet discourses in our times to come.
God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee, now thou art so low, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou look'st pale.
And trust me, love, in my eye, so do you. Try sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu.
Oh, Fortune! Fortune, all men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what dost thou with him is renowned for faith? Be fickle, Fortune, for then I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who is that calls? It is my lady mother. Is she not down so late or up so early? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What? Wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss, I cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepst not so much for his death, as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain in making me many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart. Yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
Aye, from the reach of these my hands, for none but I might venge my cousin's death.
Oh, we will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua where that same banished runagate doth live shall give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company, and then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never will be satisfied with Romeo until I behold him. Dead is my poor heart for such a kinsman vexed. Madam, if you can find out but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, that Romeo upon receipt thereof should soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named and cannot come to him, to wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that has slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now, I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they? I beseech your ladyship.
Well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who to put thee from thy heaviness hath sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expects not, nor I look not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Oh, marry, my child. Early next Thursday morn, the gallant young and noble gentleman, the county Paris, at St. Peter's Church shall haply make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder this haste that I must wed, ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
sun sets, the earth doth drizzle dew, but for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains down right. How now, conduit girl, what still in tears, evermore showering? In one little body thou counterfeits a bark, a sea, a wind, for still thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. The bark thy body is, sailing in this salt flood. The winds thy sighs, who, raging with thy tears, and they with them, without a sudden calm, will overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will not. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
So take me with you, wife. How will she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed? Unworthy as she is, that we have found so worthy a gentleman to be her bride?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
Chop logic, what is this? Proud, and I thank you not, and yet not proud? Mistress Minion, you, thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints gates Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither, out to bring sickness, carrying out to baggage, you tallow face!
Fine, what are you, mad?
Father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee to church a Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me, my fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had sent us but this only child, but now I see this moon is one too much, and that we have a curse in having her out on her. Hiding!
God in heaven bless her, you are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
Why, my lady wisdom, hold your tongue, good Prudence. What's the matter with your gossips, girl?
I speak no treason.
Oh, goody.
You don't want to speak.
Peace, you mumbling fool! Utter your gravity or a gossip's ball, for here we need it not.
You are too hot.
God's bread! It makes me mad. Day, night, work, play, alone, in company, still my care hath been to have her match. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair domains, youthful and nobly lined, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as once thought would wish a man. And then, to have a wretched, puling fool, a whining mammoth in her fortune's tender, to answer, I'll not wait, I cannot love, I am too young, and pray you pardon me. Well, and you will not wait, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it. Think on it. And do not use to jest. Thursday is near, lay hand on heart, advise. And you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not. Hang, beg, starve. Die in the streets, for by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it, bethink you. I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds this season to the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage a month. A week! Or if you do not, meet the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I am done with thee!
Oh, God! Oh, nurse, how should this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith returning into earth unless that husband sendeth me from heaven by leaving earth? Comfort me! Counsel me! Alack that heaven should practice stratagems of so soft a subject as myself. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing that he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. Or if he do, it needs must be but by stealth. Then, since the case so stands as now it doth, I think it best you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dishclout to him. An eagle, madam, hath not so green, so quick, so fair an eye as Paris hath. Beshrew my very heart, I think you are happy in this second match, for it excels your first. For if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good as were, as being here, and you no use of it.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, else beshrew them both.
Amen.
Huh?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvellous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father, to Lawrence Cell to make confession and to be absolved.
Marry, I will. And this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation! O most wicked fiend! Is it more sin to which we thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue which she had praised him beyond compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor, thou in my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir, the time is very short. For Father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste. You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven as a course, I like it not. Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I little talked of love, for Venus smiles not an house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she do give her sorrows so much sway, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears, which, too much minded by herself alone, may be put from her by society. Now do you know the reason of this haste?
I would I knew not why I should be slowed. Look, sir, here comes a lady toward my cell.
Happily met, my lady, and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be, love, on Thursday next.
What must be, shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So shall ye, I am sure, that you love me.
If I do so, it will be more of price being spoke behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
Tears have got small victory by that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrongest it more than tears with that report.
That is no slander, sir, which is a truth. And what I spake it to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
That may be so, for 'tis not mine own. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now? Or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter, now. My lord, we must entreat this time alone.
God shield us should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse you. Till then, adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past hope.
Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not, friar, that thou hearest of it, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou can give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this night all help it presently. God joined my heart and Romeo's, thou our hands, and ere this band by thee to Romeo's seal shall be the label to another deed, or my true heart with treacherous revolt turn to another, this shall slay them both. Therefore, out of thy long experienced time, give me some present counsel, or behold, twixt my extremes and me, this bloody knife shall play the umpire, arbitrating that which the commission of thy years and art could to no issue of true honor bring. Be not so long to speak, I long to die, but thou speak not of remedy.
Hold, daughter. I do spy a kind of hope which craves as desperate an execution as that is desperate which we would prevent. If rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away the shame that copes with death himself to escape from it. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Bid me leap rather than marry Paris from off the battlements of any tower, or walk in thievish ways. Bid me lurk where serpents are,
Chain me with roaring bears, or hide me nightly in a charnel house, or covered quite with dead men's rattling bones, with breaky shanks and yellow chapless skulls, or bid me go into a new-made grave, and hide me with a dead man in his shroud. Things to have heard them told have made me tremble, and I will do it without fear or doubt, to live an unstained while to my sweet love.
Hold then. Go home. Be married. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night look that thou lie alone. Let not the nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this phial. Being then in bed, and this distilling liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor. For no pulse shall keep its native progress, but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade to wanting ashes. The eyes' windows fall like death when he shuts up the day of life. Each part, deprived of supple government, shall stiff and stark and cold appear like death. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awakest from a pleasant sleep. Now, the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. And as the manner of our country is, in thy best robes, uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be borne to the same ancient vault where all the kindreds of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come. He and I will watch thy waking, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua. And this shall free thee from this present shame, if no inconstant toy, nor womanish fear abate thy valor in acting it.
Give me, tell me not of fear.
Hold, get you gone, be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a friar with speed to Mantua with my letters to thy lord.
I've given strength, strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
So many guests invite as here are writ. Sirrah, go hire me 20 cunning cooks.
You shall have none ill, sir, for I'll try if they can lick their fingers.
Ah, canst thou try them so?
Marry, sir, 'tis an ill cook that cannot lick his own fingers. Therefore, he that cannot lick his fingers goes not with me.
Go, be gone. We shall be much unfurnished for this time. What, is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
I forsooth.
Well, he may chance to do some good on her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry it is.
See where she comes from shrift with merry look.
Oh no, my headstrong, where have you been gadding?
For I have learned me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you at your behest, and am enjoined by holy Lawrence to fall prostrate here and beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforward, I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the county. Go tell him of this. I have this not made up tomorrow morning.
I met the youthful lord at Lawrence cell, and gave him what becometh that I might, not stepping over down some modesty.
Well, I'm glad of it. This is well. Stand up. This is as it should be. Let me see the county I marry. Go, I say, and fetch him hither. Now, for God, this reverend holy friar, all our whole city is much bound to him.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet to help me sort such needful ornaments as you think fit to furnish me tomorrow?
No, not till Thursday. There is time enough.
Go, nurse, go with her. We're to church tomorrow.
We shall be short in our provision. 'Tis now near night.
Tush, I will stir about nothing shall be well like warranty wife. Go thou, Juliet, help to deck up her. I'm not to bed tonight. Let me alone. I'll play the housewife for this once. What ho! Well, they are all for. I will go myself to County Paris to prepare up him against tomorrow. My heart is wondrous light, since this same wayward girl is so reclaimed.
Aye, these attires are best. But gentle nurse, I pray you leave me to myself tonight, for I have need of many orisons to move the heavens to smile upon my state, which well thou knowest is cross and full of sin.
What, are you busy, Hope? Need you my help?
No, madam, we have called such necessaries as are behooveful for our state tomorrow. So please you, let me now be left alone, and let the nurse this night sit up with you, for I'm sure you have your hands full all in this so sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows we shall meet again. Everything cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back again to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come, Vile. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No. No. This shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if it be a poison which the friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead? The sinless marriage he should be dishonored because he married me before to Romeo. I fear it is. Yet methinks it should not, for he has still been tried a holy man. How if, when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo come to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, to whose foul mouth no hellsome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or if I live, is it not very like the horrible conceit of death and night, together with the terror of the place? Is in a vault, an ancient receptacle, where for this many 100 years the bones of all my buried ancestors are packed, for bloody Tybalt, yet but green and earth lies festering in his shroud, where, as they say, at some hours in the night, spirits resort. Alack! Alack! Is it not like that I, so early waking, what with loathsome smells and shrieks like mandrakes torn out of the earth, that living mortals hearing them run mad? Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught, environed with all these hideous fears, and madly play with my forefathers, trying to pluck the mangled Tybalt from his shroud, and in this rage, with some great kinsman's bone, as with a club, dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look! Methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo that did spit his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo, Romeo, Romeo! Here's drink. Drink to thee.
Nurse! Wife! What ho! What nurse, I say! Go waken Juliet, go and trim her up. I'll go and chat with Paris. Hide, make haste, the bridegroom, he is come already. Make haste, I say.
Oh. Mistress, what mistress? Juliet! Fast onward is she. My lamb, my lady, fine slug a bed. My love, I say. Madam, sweetheart, my bride. What? Not a word. You take your pennyworths now. Sleep for a week. The next night, I warrant, the County Paris hath set up his rest that you shall rest with little. God forgive me, married amen. How sound she is asleep. I needs must wake her. Madam, madam, madam. I'll let the county take you in your bed. He'll break your faith, will it not be? What? Dressed in your clothes and down again. I needs must wake you. Lady, lady. Lady? Alas, alas. Help, help! My lady's dead! Oh, were it that ever I was born. Samachomite, oh my lord, my lady!
What noise is here?
Principal day!
What is the matter?
Oh me, my child, my only life. Revive, look up, or I will die with thee. Oh, help! Help, call help!
For shame, bring Juliet forth, her lord is come.
Oh, like the day she's dead. She's dead. She's dead!
Ah, let me see her. Out. Alas, she's cold. Her blood is settled and her joints are stiff. Life and these lips have long been separated. Death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
Come as the bride ready for church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Oh, son, the night before that wedding day hath death lain with thy wife. There she lies, flower as she was deflowered by him. Death is my son-in-law. Death is my heir. My daughter he is wedded. I will die and leave him all. Life, living, all is death's.
Have I thought long to see this morning's face? And doth it give me such a sight as this? Beguiled, divorced, wronged, spited, slain.
Oh, child. Oh, child. My soul in thy child.
Most detestable death. By thee beguiled.
My child is dead.
By cruelty quite overthrown. For shame. Confusion's cure lives not in these confusions. Heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all. And all the better is it for the maid. Your part in her you could not keep from death, but heaven keeps his part in eternal life. The most you sought was her promotion, for 'twas your heaven she should be advanced. And weep you now, seeing she is advanced above the clouds as high as heaven itself. Dry up your tears, and stick your rosemary on this fair corpse, and as the custom is, all in her best array, bear her to the church. For though fond nature bids us all lament, yet nature's tears are reason's merriment.
All things that we ordained in festival turn from their office to black funeral. Our instruments to melancholy bells, our wedding cheer to a sad burial feast, our solemn hymns to sullen dirges change. Our bridal flowers serve for a buried corpse, and all things change them to the contrary.
Sir, go you in. Madam, go with me, and go, Sir Paris. Everyone prepare to follow this fair corpse unto her grave. The heavens do lower upon you for some ill. Move them no more by crossing their high will.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. My bosom's lord sits lightly in his throne, and all this day an unaccustomed spirit lifts me above the ground with cheerful thoughts. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead. A strange dream that gives a dead man leave to think, and breathes such life with kisses in my lips that I revived and was an emperor. Ah me, how sweet is love itself possessed, when but love's shadows are so rich in joy. News from Verona! How now, Balthazar? Dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How doth my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
She is well, and nothing can be ill.
Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her immortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to telling you. Pardon me for bringing ill news, since you did leave it to my office, sir. Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars. Thou knowest my lodging. Get me ink and paper, and hire post horses. I will hence, and I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure. Hush, thou art deceived. Leave me, and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Get thee gone, and hire those horses. I'll be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. But see for means. O mischief, thou art swift to enter in the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabouts he dwells, which late I noted in tattered weeds, with overwhelming brows, culling of simples, meager were his looks, sharp misery had worn him to the bone. Noting this penury, to myself I said, and if a man did need a poison now, who'd sail his present death in Mantua, here lives a caitiff wretch would sell it him. Oh, this same thought did but forerun my need, and this same needy man must sell it me. As I remember, this should be the house. Being holiday, the beggar's shop is shut. What help? Apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Hold. There is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such soon speeding gear, as will disperse itself through all the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall dead, and that the trunk may be discharged to breath as violently as hasty powder fire doth hurry from the fatal cannon's womb.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them.
Art thou so bare and full of wretchedness and fears to die? Famine is in thy cheeks, need and oppression starveth in thine eyes, contempt and beggary hangs upon thy back. The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich. Then be not poor, but break it and take this.
My poverty, not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty, not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will and drink it off. And if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
There is thy gold. Worse poison to men's souls, doing more murder in this loathsome world than these poor compounds that thou mayest not sell. I sell thee poison, thou hast sold me none. Farewell. Buy food and get thyself in flesh. Come, cordial, and not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave, for there must I use thee.
Holy Franciscan Friar, ho!
This same should be the voice of Sister Joan. Welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Or if his mind be read, give me his letter.
Going to find a barefoot brother out, one of your order to associate me, here in the city visiting the sick, and finding him the searchers of this town, suspecting that we both were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth, so that my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Who bear my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it, here it is back again, nor get a messenger to thee, so fearful were they of infection.
Unhappy fortune. By my brotherhood, this letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear import, and the neglecting it may do much danger. Sister Joan, go get me an iron crow and bring it straight unto my cell.
Brother, I'll go bring it thee. Oh.
Now must I to the monument alone. Within these 3 hours will fair Juliet wake. She will be sure me much that Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. Well, I will ride again to Mantua, and keep her at my cell till Romeo come. A poor living corpse close in a dead man's tomb!
Give me that torch, boy. Hence, and stand aloof. Yet put it out, for I would not be seen. Under yon yew trees lay thee all along, holding thy ear close to the hollow ground, so shalt no foot upon the churchyard tread, being loose, unfirm with digging up of graves, but thou shalt hear it. Whistle then to me a signal that thou hear something approach. Do as I bid thee. Go.
I am almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard. Yet I will adventure.
Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh, woe, thy canopy is dust and stones, which with sweet water nightly I will do, or wanting that, with tears distilled by moans. The obsequies that I for thee will keep nightly shall be to strew thy grave, and weep. The boy gives warning something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight to cross my obsequies in true love's right? What, with a torch? Muffle me night a while.
Hold. Take this letter. Early in the morning see thou deliver it to my lord and father. Give me the light. Upon thy life I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend into this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore hence, be gone. But if thou jealous should return to pry, and what I farther shall intend to do, by heaven I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intents are savage, wild, more fierce and more inexorable far than empty tigers of the roaring sea.
I will be gone, sir, and not trouble ye.
So shalt thou show me friendship? Take thou that. Live and be prosperous. Farewell, good fellow.
For all the same, I'll hide me hereabouts. His looks I fear and intense I doubt.
Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth. Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food.
This is that banished, haughty Montague that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died, and here is come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies. I will apprehend him. Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague! Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
Indeed I must, and therefore came I hither. Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence and leave me. Think upon these gone, let them affright thee. I beseech thee, youth, put not another sin upon my head, but urging me to theory, oh, be gone. By heaven, I love thee better than myself. I come hither armed against myself. Stay not, be gone, live, and hereafter say, a madman's mercy bade thee run away.
I do defy thy conjuration and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou defy me? Then have at thee, boy!
Oh, they fight! I'm gonna go call the watch!
I'm slain. If thou art merciful, open the tomb and lay me with Julie.
In faith I will. Let me peruse this face. Mercutius, kinsman, noble County Paris. What said my man when my betossed soul did not attend him as we rode? I think he said that Paris should have married Juliet. Said he not so? Or did I dream it so? Or am I mad hearing him talk of Juliet to think it was so? Oh, give me thy hand, the one writ with me in sour misfortune's book. I'll bury thee in a triumphant grave. Grave? Oh no, a lantern, slaughtered youth. For here lies Juliet, and her beauty makes this vault a feasting presence, full of light. Death, lie thou there, by a dead man interred. How often men are at the point of death have they been merry, which their keepers call a lightning before death. Oh, how may I call this a lightning? Oh, my love, my wife, death that has sucked the honey of thy breath hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson on thy lips and in thy cheeks. Death's pale flag is not advancing there. Tybalt, liest thou there in thy bloody sheet? Oh, what more favor can I do to thee than with that hand that cut thy youth in twain to sunder his that was thine enemy? Forgive me, cousin. Oh, dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee here in dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I still will stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I remain with worms that are thy chambermaids. Oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-weary flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, so you the doors of breath seal with a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Thou desperate pilot, now at once run on the dashing rocks thy seasick, weary bark. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
St. Francis, be my speed. How often I have my own feet stubbed with graves. Huh, who's there?
Here's one, a friend, and one who knows you well.
Bless be upon you. Tell me, good my friend, which torch is yon that vainly lends its light to Grub's and eyeless skulls, as I discern it burneth in the Capel's monument?
It doth so, holy sir. And there's my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long hath he been there?
Full half an hour.
Go with me to the vault.
I dare not, sir. My master knows not, but I am gone hence, and fearfully did menace me with death if I did stay to look on his intents.
Stay then, I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me. Oh, much I fear some ill unthrifty thing.
As I did sleep under this yew tree here, I dreamt my master and another fought, and then my master slew him.
Romeo! Alack, alack, what blood is this which stains a stony entrance to this sepulchre? What mean these masterless and gory swords to lay discolored by this place of peace? Romeo! Oh! Pale. Who else? What? Paris too? And steeped in blood? What an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance! She stirs.
Comfortable friar, where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be. There I am. Where is my Romeo?
I hear some noise. Lady, come away from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict has thwarted our intents. Come with me. Thy husband in thy bosom there lies dead, and Paris too. Come, I'll dispose of thee among the sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer stay.
Go, get thee hence, for I will not away. What's here? Cut close to my true love's hand. Poison my seat hath been his timeless end. Oh, cherub, dread Paula left no friendly drop to help me after. But kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them, to make me die with the resort. Thy lips are warm.
Lee boy, which way?
Any noise? Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rest, and let me die.
This is the place there where the torch doth burn. The ground is bloody. Search about the churchyard. Oh, pitiful sight. Here lies the county slain, and Juliet bleeding, warm and newly dead, who here hath lain these 2 days buried. Go to the prince, run to the Capulets, raise up the Montagues. We see on the ground whereon these woes do lie, but the true ground of all these piteous woes we cannot without circumstance describe.
Here's Romeo's man. We found him in the churchyard.
Hold him in safety until the prince come hither.
Here's a friar that trembles, sighs, and weeps.
What misadventure is so early up that calls our person from our morning rest?
What should it be that is so shrieked abroad?
Oh, the people in the street cried Romeo, some Juliet, and some Paris, and all run with open outcry toward our monument.
What fear is this which startles in your ears?
Sire, here lies the county Paris slain, and Romeo dead and Juliet dead before, warm and newly killed.
Oh, search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
Here is a friar, and slaughtered Romeo's man, with instruments upon them fit to open these dead men's tombs.
Oh, heavens! Oh, wife! Look how our daughter bleeds. This dagger hath mistaked, for lo, his house is empty on the back of Montague, and it missheathed in my daughter's bosom.
Oh, me. Oh, the sight of death. Is it the bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre?
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir now early down. Oh, thou untaught! What manners is in this to press before thy father to a grave? Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while, till we can clear these ambiguities and know their spring, their head, their true descent. And then will I be general of your woes and lead you even to death. Meantime forbear, and let mischance be slave to patience. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I am the greatest able to do least, yet most suspected of the time and place doth make against me of this direful murder. And here I stand both to impeach and purge myself condemned and myself excused.
Then say at once what thou dost know in this.
I will be brief, for my short date of breath is not so long as is a tedious tale. Romeo there dead was husband to that Juliet, and she there dead that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city, for whom, and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. You, to remove that siege of grief from her, betrothed and would have married her perforce to County Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me devise some mean to rid her from this second marriage, or in my cell there would she kill herself. Then I gave her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which so took effect as I intended, for it wrought on her the form of death. Meantime writ I to Romeo that he should come as his dire knight to help to take her from her borrowed grave, being the time the potion's force should cease. But she which bore my letter, Sister Joan, was stayed by accident, and yesternight returned my letter back. Then all alone at the prefixed hour of her waking came I to take her from her kindred's hall, meaning to keep her closely at my cell till I conveniently could send to Romeo. But when I came, some minute ere the time of her awakening, here untimely lay the noble Paris, and the true Romeo dead. She wakes, and I entreated her come forth and bear this work of heaven with patience, but then a noise did scare me from the tomb, and she, too desperate, would not go with me, but as it seems, did violence on herself. All this I know, and to the marriage her nurse is privy. And if aught in this miscarried by my fault, let my old life be sacrificed some hour before its time unto the rigor of severest law.
We still have known thee for a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What can he say to this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then in post he came from Mantua to this same place, to this same monument. This letter he early bid me give his father, and threatened me with death, going in the vault if I departed not, and left him there.
Give me the letter, I will look on it. Where's the county's page that raised the watch? Sirrah, what made your master in this place?
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave, and bid me stand aloof, and so I did. Anon comes one with light to ope the tomb, and by and by my master drew on him, and then I ran away to call the watch.
This letter doth make good the friar's words, their course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointship, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I shall raise her statue in pure gold, that whiles Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's by his lady's lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence, to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.